Okay, third attempt to get anywhere in Gyrus. Gyrus on the Commodore 64, the Parker Bros 1984 edition, played on a PAL Commodore 64. Now let's see if I am any good at it. It's a video I record for Interghost Retro Records, which is part of the Retro Elim. Link down below. Now let's see how good or how bad I am. Well, this is with Time Pilot probably among my favorite arcade games, and I was very amazed by how good the Commodore 64 version actually is. And the secret of this game is not to become too cocky when it comes to wanting to destroy your ships. Actually staying away from the ships the moment they come forward in the screen is the best way to go about things, because they will throw yellow weapons at you, which you can't avoid anymore. And the bad thing about this game is that in later levels, the flight patterns of the spaceships can be pretty erratic, and the gamer ending up with a lost life, and these are just horrible, because they are in that circle where they can just throw a weapon at you and you'll just be dead. So making that swipe movement past them is actually the best way to go about. And let's see if I can get a perfect score. No. Change stage. Yeah, perfect score, cool. Okay, that's going pretty good. Better than last time I tried. Uranus, no jokes, no jokes. Flying to Uranus, flying into Uranus. And the wife walks by. No, I'm not flying. It's the planet in a video game. The wife happens to go into the bathroom, so yeah, go figure. But if you hear some fire buttons being mushed repeatedly and me crashing into a spaceship, still thinking about flying into Uranus. That's basically. Well, I often end up with 3 ships more or less, and then just trying to advance. But yeah, I often lose my ships pretty early on. And yeah, there's tons of players that actually know the exact way that of the attack waves, but and position their ships accordingly. But that's not something I'm very good at, which is a shame, because you really can end up in a very unfortunate position where you are just surrounded by bad ships. This is just a horrible situation. You swipe by. Again, swipe by. That's the only way to deal with those. Whoa. Quite intense. I love it, because this game really gets me in the zone, and it's quite intense. It's one warp to Uranus. It's quite intense. It's really yeah, you really have to fight, and it's You have to plan things. It's not mindless shooting at aliens. There's a strategy involved. And if you see me twitching, well, that's because I'm playing a video game. And flying into Uranus. 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 And this swipe, that's the only way to go. Swipe. And not try to, you know, do the individual things. Just when they've shot the bullets, just swipe past them. Uranus. Change stage. Yeah, probably have to sanitize the spaceship now. Yeah. Probably cool if I can get a no. I just love the fact that it's daylight still. It's 9:45, and yeah, living in this part of the world really gets you on summer days, which I like. And summer is, you know, close by. Okay, that was a little bit risky. Yeah, the thing is not to take too much of a risk, and you see that these ships, they can just lurch at you. Launch at you, whatever. Interghost Retro Records, go check them out on Retro Unlim. Oh, this is unprecedented, me having 4 ships around stage 9. Crazy. I just do a swoop by. I think the game is a bit slower on this system than it is on the Atari 8-bits. It's fairly similar though, but I prefer the look and feel of the. Oops, let's fly by. If once is not enough, twice. Just don't remain in front of those too long. Sometimes you see a horizontal flashing line, like there, and that's because the machine is using an awful lot of interrupts to display more than 8 sprites on screen at the same time. You really want to make avoiding swooping actions, but sometimes you're blocked because there's another alien shooting something at you. Oops, yeah, and then that was a very badly timed swooping action. I do get the another badly timed swooping action. I was going to say a very nice, fortunate. I instantly was able to get my second shot again, but sadly I goofed up and kinda missed out on that. It may be that this actually is not the attempt I'm going to upload, but the previous attempt, or one of the previous attempts, because for some reason I'm getting a bit tired. Sometimes I forget it's the change, the change stage, the chance stage, whatever. So I tend to want to avoid the ships. Okay, let's go to Jupiter. And after Jupiter, it's Mars, and then it's Earth. And I just want that second shot, and I want it now, and very quickly. Come on. Ah, man. erratic space flights. You can always see when your second shot is coming, because then there's red things appearing, red graphics appearing, orbs appearing, that kind of indicate like that. Whoops, and I instantly fly into another yellow orb. Not my best attempt. I think this is gonna be... Oh. Well, okay, moving on. So, the standard amount of lives. And let's see if I'm any good. The thing is that when I talk, the the accuracy of my gameplay is actually severely diminished. The way to go about this game is not to be cocky and take risks. You have to play safe. And there's a ton of people that actually learn the patterns, and they position themselves in the right position to be able to shoot down the ships the moment they appear. But that's too ask for me, because I always forget. I just do it on reflexes. And yeah, this thing doesn't do auto fire, so you really have to. It's really a button basher. And you always want to try to... yeah. The thing is, it's not an analog. It's not an analog situation, so there's only certain positions on the screen that you can position yourself in. And, so yeah, you can get caught like I just did with just the one bullet. It kind of sucks. I hope I'll be able to get my revenge and get my second bullet soon. Actually, I did record the sample of the test run, but I hardly talked. So that's kind of oh well. I managed to almost reach Earth, and yeah, the object of the game actually is to reach the center of the solar system. And for some reason, I always thought the purpose of the game was actually to reach Earth, and well, as you can see, I'm not doing very well here. I may actually just put the footage of my earlier attempt up. But yeah, Interghost's high score challenge list thing. It has moved to Retro Unlim, which is a good thing, because it's hosted on a real website, and hopefully it gets more exposure. It's great that that initiative is part of Retro Unlim. Really thinking that that is a very nice group of people and a very nice bunch of folk. And it's not only British people, it's also Americans and if I remember correctly, I was actually asked once to join, which I very politely declined, because I thought the level of my videos would be not good enough. That was a long time ago, actually. I like to be independent, but still, I mean, it would also be fun to be part of a group. Or at least cooperate with people. if anything, I'll just, I mean, if people are doing stuff I like, also networks, then they get my support, so. Yeah, I'm really mushing the buttons like crazy here. Oh man, I remember it was somewhere in the early 80s when I played this game. Actually, I played this, I had just gotten this, and it was a very cold, rainy day. And I remember I was playing this when Custardo actually, Aaron, Mr. Custardo actually came by for a visit. And I was playing this for the first time ever. I'm not sure if he remembers, but yeah. I was loading this off a tape. It took hours. Well, it took a long time to load in. And I remember being quite amazed at the graphics, because there's just a lot happening on the screen, something that you don't expect. And the fact that it just looks very, very, very good. It really is a very nice arcade machine. But yeah, Interghost, Adam, great initiative. Let's see if I can work to Saturn and not get cocky and take humongous risks. I'm not in the best position. My shoulder is a bit aching, but I really have to wedge the joystick in on my lap, because that way I can have the best method of firing. I just love this game. I have this on the NES, I have this on the Commodore 64, the Atari 8-bit, 2600. Cool. The good thing that you need to do is, I mean, you really have to just press the fire button like crazy and just have your array of buttons come their way. And also shoot them when they're still down there. Oh, and I hate these because, yeah. Just don't take any risks. That's the main thing, I think. And I like the fact that I have 3 lives. It kind of takes the edge away, because you feel you can make a mistake. But if you play like you just have no lives still, that kind of helps. As you can see, it's very essential just to stay out of the way of a lot of the projectiles that are coming your way. And it actually may be that this gameplay is interrupted by the wife coming home. I'll just say high score challenge, and hopefully that's okay. I had some leftover Chinese and the wife is eating a salad, so birthday Chinese food. Okay, so no perfect score there. Oh, yeah, there was. Okay, well, not bad. Three Works to Jupiter. Okay. The thing is, the ship's movements become more erratic once the levels advance, and I find the moments when they fly from the edge of the screen, I find most dangerous, and she can really be in the wrong position when they actually enter the screen, and they can really corner you or just attack you. Ah, I think now the special thing. Oh, it's really tough on your fingers. Jupiter. After Jupiter, I think Mars is it's Mars, and then it's Earth. So if we are able to get a bit further, it would be lovely to reach the center of the solar system, but I don't think I'm able to do that. I'm really quite tired. But yeah, if you're into your arcade games, just look up your old system and just, you know, try to upload a score. I'll put the link to Interghost Retro Records and on the Retro Limb. I'll put that link down below in the description. There's a ton of systems that people have made videos for, which is good. And even if you don't reach the best high score, you still get to be on number 1 to 10 if you are good enough. So, I mean, of course, there's always going to be crazy people that just, you know, are just amazingly good at every game. And I'm just happy if I'm up there. If my name is there, oh god, I'm talking too much because I believe I heard the car door of the wife's car, so maybe that she should be answering. Hoi! Highscore-poging! Yo, heb je wat te eten? Okay, well, not too bad, not too shabby. Now it's Mars, I believe. Yep. Okay. This is doable if I stay out of the way of crazy projectiles and erratic space flights. Erratic flights of these opponents. And there's just, you know, they should be yeah, you shouldn't approach them when they're just, you know, very near to the edge of the screen, because they can just fire something at you and you will have no way to escape. And these things I just loathe, because yeah, that happens. You really have to I think I did a bit better on the interlude and on the what is it? The mini games in between this time, because my score seems to be a bit higher, despite me being not as far as I'd like to be. I hope I'll be able to get my secondary weapon again. Because, you know, having that whole armada come your way with just a single shot, it's not good, it's not nice, it's not something you want. One warp to Mars. Yeah. they're a bit erratic, but I can just try to wipe them out like that. You don't get the highest score, but at least it's a bit safe. I believe that I'm about to receive another ship when I reach 140,000, but I'm not sure. Extra weapon. Yes. Okay, now stay out of the way, man. Stay out of the way of that yellow things that they fire at you. Okay, Mars. My hand is just like... The change stage. Yeah, I'm doing a bit better, I guess, on this change stage than the last run. It's just tough to get them all. Yes, get an extra life. So hopefully I'll be able to... there's just no way to pause this game. You just have to go on. Okay, 3 warps to Earth. Let's see. Oh, that was not the right position to be in, let me tell you. And again, I was hoping that they would be in the opposite direction, but oh, I shouldn't be talking. Okay. Well, sometimes you see a horizontal line flashing on the screen. The movement is a lot more erratic than before, so... gosh. Just playing it very safe now. If I get my secondary weapon, yes. And just hopefully stay out of their way. I just hate those rotating things. I know I'm able to manage it to the center of the solar system, but for some reason it has been a long time since I did that. Whoops. Yeah, you really have to be on top of the fire button all the time, especially with the erratic movements of the spaceships. They just... oh, that almost went wrong. Whoops. Okay. 154,700. I believe that's actually a bit better than last run. Let's save this.